Hello, I'm Kim Hulse, retail expert working with Business Lincolnshire to bring you a series of playbooks, webinars, and worksheets, all focused on retail. This is part one on a series all about pricing and promotion, and I'm going to be talking for just a few minutes about how price points can position your brand and your products. So, this is psychology of pricing. It influences consumer behavior. We're not always rational, and there's subtle cues that we pick up that help influence our purchasing decisions. Pricing doesn't happen in isolation. It happens in the context of who your customers are, the industry you're in, the products you're buying, and your competitors. So make sure you understand your customers, profile your customers, and as part of the profile about who they are, where they like to go, what they like to buy, what's important to them, think about their values when it comes to price. Are they more concerned about quality and experience and premium products? Are they concerned about sensitivities around price? So they want value and they want to save as much money as they can. Are they all about convenience? So what are the values around pricing that your core customers or your target customers are thinking about? Make sure your pricing is in context with your competitors, and depending on where you put your price point in comparison to your competitors and your industry, can also give that psychological signal as to where your brand sits within that space. So then we want to talk about psychology of pricing within your shop or restaurant or your business. So round numbers signal confidence, trust, assurance. So you're not going to find a premium high brand handbag that costs over £1,000 with a .99 price point. It's going to be confidently selling at £1,400, £1,900, whatever it is. There's no .99. They're nice round numbers. We stand for quality. We are proud of what we are selling, and that's our price point. Alternatively, you've got charm pricing, which you tend to use more sparingly, and it very much signals value. So it depends on where trends are. Some retailers moved away from that charm price because there was less of that trust element, but it does communicate very clearly. This is the best price we can offer. This is a value price that's just below a price point. So use it sparingly and use it on your entry-level products. And then you can use price psychology to anchor products that sit alongside each other. So for here, we might think of a good, better, best, like a cheese grater, where there's an entry price point for £3.99. It's got one surface to grate on. The handle's not brilliant. You can't stand it up on a surface. It's your price point that you might buy as part of sending your child off to university when you're investing a lot of money and you just need something that works. We've got a mid-price point that has got a little bit of a better handle, a little bit more functionality, not much, that's perhaps £2 more. And then you've got your best cheese grater that is freestanding, has 4 different grades of grating facility, nice and sturdy, and that's your highest price point. And you've used pricing to anchor each of those 3 products to communicate to the customer that there is a difference in them. They can see some of the differences in terms of what the products look like, but the pricing is signaling, we've got you if you want value, and we've got you if you want premium. And actually the middle one is anchored and sits in the middle. So just one thing to take away. How are your product price points sitting against where your brand sits? How are your price points sitting versus your competitors and versus your customers' values? Have a think about your pricing and how it reflects your brands and how it communicates your brand to your customers. For more information, you can access the full playbook at businesslincolnshire.com/programs/retail accelerator program. All the 5-minute webinars on this series and the other retail topics are available on this YouTube channel. And if you want a little more help, you can contact your local Growth Hub advisor at businesslincolnshire.com/contact us. Thank you for listening.